What's that sledgehammer?
Hey, it's Derek Kainer. Today we are on episode 5 of Let's Play Final Fantasy. Last thing we did, wasn't that we went and took the crown to the Dark Elf and then kicked his butt and went all the way up to the witch, or whatever she is, and then got the medicine for the prince and then gave it to the prince, and now I'm running around unlocking things, I think. Or trying to find things to unlock the key that was given to me. You see that the Elven Prince is now just fine. I'm still just running around. I think I'm trying to figure out how to get to over there, to the right. There's gotta be a way. How do I do it? Probably has something to do with just walk out the door and walk around. Yep. Just hug the wall. And don't want to accidentally leave on accident. They made that kind of a pain to get to, I think. But I wonder if it was on purpose or not. And the only thing that was actually that helpful was, I think, was the gill. I think the rest of my equipment was on point. As the kids say these days. So, and then, there I was looking at everybody's equipment. Sometimes the buttons were a little too responsive and it would click through too many at a time. Yeah, which was not the most enjoyable experience, but it works, hey. The way I fixed it was I just unplugged the controller and plugged it back in, and I fixed it. And then I quick jump to back to the swamp caves or marsh caves or whatever. If you're using this as a guide to get there, you refer back to a previous episode. I feel like at the time I didn't feel like you guys deserved to see me running across and dealing with random encounters to get back to this point. So I just did a jump cut. Well, I'd throw a transition in there, it'd be nice, but just jump there. So, not much actually happened, and pretty much just a bunch of random encounters. So, and the key we got, that's what this opens. Now we can get in and get this equipment. The real thing we need to go get is up in Corneria, or whatever that is, and get the explosive powder, or whatever they call it. I remember in the NES version they called it dynamite, I believe, but I think it became something else. I don't remember, like nitro powder or something like that, which is pretty much TNT again. Which I'm pretty sure TNT is made out of nitroglycerin. So yeah. And I remember that word because of a little movie called Atlantis, and at the time when I first watched it, I was like 5 years old maybe, and I remember identifying with the guy who likes to blow things up. That was my favorite character. And then it seems like there's always these random encounters right before you open a chest, which is probably programmed in to just make it just that much harder, which it did. So, swing your sword. I can swing. You like my sword, my diamond sword. I do believe there is diamond swords somewhere in the Final Fantasy franchise. I think. Maybe I'm misremembering something. It might have been like Final Fantasy 3, which is one of my favorite games of all time, and it actually looks pretty decent on the SNES. Now, I'm not talking about the Japanese version, which is technically the only one that exists, but there's been fan translations, and it actually looks pretty decent. Oh. At this point in time, none of the enemies were that much of a problem. All the early grinding I did made sure of that. There were only a couple times I actually had to go back and grind for more experience. Just because I way overdid it back in the beginning. Because I didn't feel like dealing with grinding all that much. And sometimes my party was really unoptimized for anything. But that's how I like my party. Unoptimized. I think that's the last chef, and I do believe there'll be another jump cut. So bear with that. So what is in that chest? Oh, 1020 gil. That was it. Maybe might not be another jump cut till after I leave. Had to pad out the episode somehow. And then we gotta get through all these wolves and werewolves and wargwolves and whatever kind of other wolf they can throw at me. I'm waiting for them to all attack me because there's 9 of them and 4 of me. A little bit of magic to help them out there. Like I said, I gotta wait for them to finish attacking me. And then this might be the end of all of them. Now I need a unpoison Darkane. I need a... Oh, that's me. I'm poisoned. Shoot, better get that antidote quickly. Oh, that's a little better. I think I get a little bit lost. Which isn't hard to do when everything looks pretty much the same. They don't even need to make it a maze, they just need to make everything look alike. Or maybe I just need to pay attention a little more on where I'm going. Where did I come from? Where did I go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Stairs. Oh, maybe I wasn't that lost. But why I went all the way up, I have no idea. I think that's the way out. Yeah. There we go. And up that ladder. There have been times where I go up and down that ladder because it's just the way you come out of it. And so, you know, one direction, just if you hold the one direction, you just end up going up and down, up and down, up and jump cut. And we're going Western Keep, so back to the Dark Elf's castle. Yeah, I went back and forth. I should, or maybe, yeah, I went down to the swamp, then I went north to the Elven Castle. Dark Elf's Castle, and now I'm trying to figure out where the locked room is, and that's right there. And we get some more random encounters, and the raids, I believe, those are susceptible to, like, Golden Needle, but also, like, or maybe that's a different game, but Life, Dia is really effective against them. Which is... and Fire. Dia and Fire, which seem to take care of most of the undead. Nugs. And sometimes the equipment you get just doesn't quite work with your party because you don't have anybody that can wield it. Which is nice in the later Final Fantasy games, where you can choose the jobs to your characters as you play. It's really nice because then you can optimize for the best equipment that you have. I think that's not very useful at this point in time, but steel gloves I do believe are. Nope, nobody can use the silver gloves. Oh no, Darkan can use the steel gloves. Okay, looks like everybody's optimized. I just gotta go through and double check. Yep, I got everybody. Jump cut back to Corneria, or Cornella. I'm not exactly sure what the pronunciation is. I could Google it, but I have a feeling that maybe one day somebody will actually correct me and tell me the proper way of saying it. And now we're just making our way downtown. Cool, got a cottage. A saber, not helpful at all. Mithril knife might be useful if I had a thief. Iron armor might be useful. Tent, useful. And then the nitro powder, TNT. Now we gotta go over to the dwarves. And one of them will blow a nice canal open, so we can go access the wider world in Spain instead of being stuck in our own little pond. So, and after that, I think we have to go get like a ruby and give it to this like rock being, and he eats it and lets you get past to go see somebody who gives you an item. And that was a weird graphical glitch. And then all these buccaneers, like all the enemies you encounter while in the water, they all are susceptible to lightning attacks. And I didn't mean to use Dia on the Buccaneers, because that will do no significant damage to them. And then I'll walk south, and I'll show you guys where I'm blasting, and then I'll go back and actually try to find the entrance, which was not what I was looking for when I went down there at all. That's what I meant to do. Yes, I'm wasting my magic on Dia, even though I don't need to. Don't worry. Oh, never mind, there's the entrance. That's what I was trying to do the entire time. I don't remember. It was probably about a year ago now that I played this. Looks really good. I really like the way the PSP made the game look. I also like the way the Android version looks. The only problem with that is the Android version has on-screen controls and you can't use your controller at all. And the on-screen controls are just really, really poor. Like, I understand they're going for the D-pad type of thing, like the original, but you can't move diagonally in this either. However, there's just the really awkward button, or it's just really awkward to use, especially since it wasn't like a analog stick on screen. It was a D-pad. In analog sticks that work on screens better because you can move your thumb around in a range, but you can't really feel it. You can't feel it, but it works better because it's just a circle. But a D-pad, it doesn't quite work that well like that. And this guy's like, "Oh, well, I didn't even need to tell these kids I needed the nitro powder." And we follow him like, "Oh, I wonder what he's gonna do." Oh, and then there he puts it. He sets the TNT, and now he's Bluter. Now he's like, "What are you all standing around for? Powder's about to blow unless you get going with it. I'll get going now. Go or you're gonna get blown up." And then everybody's like, "Oh shoot, go go go." That is weak sounding. Oh, never mind. There we go. And every time I see this, I think, well, wait, why are we setting this underwater? Like, aren't we going overland to set this up? Isn't this going to cause the ocean to go into the water, or into the dwarves' home, or whatever? Then that was impressive for PSP. Well, we won. It's like Zelda in there. Do 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 do. You did something right. It's hard to believe people have been stuck inside that little pond for all these years until we've come along. Well, I hope you guys like, subscribe. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Peace out.